Hello. Okay, guys, we are live. So, hey everyone, this is me, Harshal Jain, aka Viraj, and in this video, we will be building a tic-tac-toe game. So, this tic-tac-toe game might look something like this. Okay, I built a simple UI using Canva. You can see that I have used Canva. So, it's a really great practice to build a basic UI. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly same, but I'll try to make similar to this. Okay, so you can see that I built a front page which will take few details like name of the players. Okay, player X name and player O name. As you might know that tic-tac-toe game has two players X and O, and they both play the game in this page. Okay, so you can see that I have taken two input values, name and name. Okay, X and O. So this will be our front page, and then if the user clicks play, then it will be redirected to the second page, which will have the player names. Suppose user entered Harshal and Viraj. Okay, two players, Harshal and Viraj. So you can see that both the names will be present here at the top. Their scores will be written after them, and here you can see that they are playing games, and in the top you can see that whose turn it is. So X turn, Harshal's turn is it. So you can see that it's a pretty good UI, and it's pretty playable. If you watch other videos on tic-tac-toe game, it's not much playable because they have shown simple page. Okay, I'll try to make it as much logical and complex as possible because tic-tac-toe game is a very simple game and you can watch any YouTube video to learn this. But what's special about this video is I am going to make two specific pages. Like you can see that I have taken names here, and they both will play the game with the updated scores. So how will the score be updated? The scores will be stored in the local storage of your browser, and that will keep on updating as any player wins. Okay, so we will build that logic later on, but right now I have plenty of much to do with the UI. You can see that this UI is also important, and you can see that it's looking nice. Okay, it's not that bad. Basically I'm a coder, so I can't build much better UI, but it's looking nice. Okay, so yeah, we have to build this UI, and before that, uh, just go to the description of this video. You can see that we have a link present there. Project building sessions coming up, register to our full stack bootcamp course for free. So we have provided a link. The link will basically take you to this page, and I'll just share this link to the live chat also so you can see that link. And you have to visit this link. This is our practice.geeksforgeeks.org page, and this is our full stack bootcamp course. So I've been posting in a while in this course. You can see that in the live section we have previous videos, recorded videos. They were basically Zoom meetings which I conducted and other mentors conducted, but they are present here. Recorded ones are present here, and you can see that we have scheduled some meetings. You can see that let's build a real-time weather app using JavaScript and weather API. This is going to be conducted on 21st January 2023, and again another one is part 2 of the same app, and you can see that the timing is 6 p.m. So please enroll this course, and do watch these two upcoming videos. They will be on Zoom, not on YouTube. Okay, these two, that is 21 January and 22 January, they will be hosted on Zoom, and the links will be provided here only. Okay, you can the links will be shared here. Okay, so just watch this one, and if you aren't able to watch the live session or the live Zoom meeting, you can see that they have the recorded ones. So recorded ones will be available here, and you can watch them. Okay, so now I guess we can continue, and also you can check out these theory materials also. They are really nice, and basically it's for all people who are willing to learn one stack development. So go for it. Okay, so now I guess we can continue. Yeah. Hi Supriyo, it's looking very cool. Thanks, yaar. Okay, so he said that it's looking very cool, so I guess it's actually cool. All right. So one more thing, that if you want any of my source code, you can visit my GitHub profile, github.com/virajj014. This is my GitHub profile, and all of the source code related to any of my project is been provided here. So just visit my profile and don't forget to follow me here, and you can see in my repositories section, all of them are public, don't worry about that. And just search the repository name what which you are trying to like yesterday we covered guess the color game, so you can see that we have the repository for that, and you can use this source code anywhere you like. Okay, today's source code will be uploaded here, don't worry, I'll upload that on GitHub, and right now it's not present, so you might not see that, but I'll share the link, and I'll just show you how you can access the source code. Okay, once we complete the UI part first. So this video is totally focused on the UI part, that is HTML and CSS. We'll build the UI. You have seen the UI, and my friend said that it's looking cool, so I guess it's cool. So yeah, we will build this UI, and in second part we will build the JavaScript logic. Okay, so yeah, now let me just create a new folder first so that we can initiate our project. All right. um, we have been creating our projects on this JSGFG folder, so let me just create a new folder here. You can create your folder anywhere. Okay, it's not important to just create anything specific, you can write anywhere. So I can name this JS underscore tic tac toe. Okay, okay, I just rename this to JS underscore tic tac toe. Okay, yeah, we have created a folder, just open that with VS Code. So we have opened this with VS Code, and we are going to create the first page. Okay, so what I can do is I can simply write index.js, and this will be basically our first page. It's actually cool. Chalo, it's our first page, and then I told you that we are going to create another page. So you can see that we have page number 1, this is our first page, and this will be our second page. Okay, so same will be created here. So let me just create another page, um, index1.html, or I can say game board. I'll just write game board, so it's more readable. Okay, gameboard.html. So our game will be played here, and this will be our home page. Okay, you might have got some idea about this. Now we can create this page. So again I can write it here. So I am going to write the CSS in the same page only, but we'll shift the CSS and JavaScript later on. Okay, right, I'm going to write all of the source code in the same page. All right, so let me just find the background color. Okay, so you can see that we have a gradient background, and it pretty much enhances the UI. That's why I've used this gradient background. So for this you can visit many websites, as much where this background color is available in many websites, but right now I'm using W3 schools. Okay, so I've been using that for a while, that's why I'm using that. It's not specific, so I can write CSS gradient, CSS gradients, and just a minute. Okay, I have used this one, but it's been a while, so let me just find gradient. Okay, I guess this gradient background suits, but you can see that they have provided, actually they had an interface, that's what I am trying to find, but let it be, it's not available, I guess. W3 schools gradient background. Colors gradient, yeah, this one. So you just have to visit this colors gradient page, and I have shown you how you can visit that. So yeah, you can just check whatever background you like. So if I just change this color to somewhat like this blue and this purple. So you can see that it's showing me a background, so it's pretty nice, and you can just adjust this as as much as you like. Okay, and it's pretty much okay. So you can just find the background you like, okay, like this, and I guess this will work, this will work. So I'll just use this code. Okay, so that's why I have visited this website, but you can go to any website, or you can write your own colors this way, same will work. Okay, so yeah, you can see that we have, can we adjust this also? Okay, yeah, we can adjust this, and let's choose a darker one. Yeah, I guess this is okay. So let me just copy this, and I'll just set this as my background color. That's why I have chosen this one. Okay, so let's first write the CSS of the body. Style, style, and yeah, inside this, number one thing is to make sure that margin and padding is 0. So let's first run this code. H1, hey there, okay, hey there, and I'll just open it with live server. So if you haven't installed live server, you can go to this uh, extension named live server, and yeah, this one, and you can install this one, and after that you can get an icon here, go live, or you can just click open with live server, both will work. Okay, so the page will be open in a browser, and you can see that we got our text, but you can see that we are getting some margin and padding from top and left, right, whatever, wherever it is. So you can see that we have to remove those existing first. This is a very good practice which I have used from a pretty much very long time. So I'll just write margin padding and box sizing as border box. Okay, it's not necessary, but just write margin and padding as 0. It will actually remove the pre-existing margin and padding. You can see that we don't have any margin and padding right now. Okay, so let me just split this first, and after that we are going to target our body, because we want a full background. So for that we can target our body. Okay, just write body, this will target the body tag, and I'll write background color as this one. Okay, so you can see that we got our background color, but it's repeating. Okay, so first write height 100 VH, and you can see that it's gone, or else you could have written background repeat, no repeat, that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's nice, and we got some background color. You could have chosen another background color. You can also manipulate this one from here. Okay, so after this we want our items to be in center. Right now you can see that it's top left. So for that we can write display flex. This is a very good trick. You can apply it to any tag. Okay, you can apply it to any tag, any division, or any outer tag like body. So you can see that I have written display flex. Now just watch the magic. All right, justify content center, it became center. And again, if I write align item center, it's in the center of the whole page. So that's a very great trick to bring anything to center. Okay, you can apply this to any page or any tag. All right, so you can see that our items are in center. If you have written any other item, suppose if I just copy this and paste it again and again, so you can see that all of them are in center. Okay, and you can do one more thing. We want them in column, so I'll write flex direction as column, so they are in column, so it's nice. Okay, so let me just remove this one, and first of all we want one heading. What heading it is? It is a tic-tac-toe game, so obviously we'll write a tic-tac-toe heading. So I'll just write tic-tac-toe. Okay, this is our heading, and just don't go for the font right now. I'll just write some UI first. Okay, some basic text first. So yeah, we have to create a division here, and you can see that what I am trying to do is to build this container, white container, and it will have this label player X and an input container, player O and an input container, then a button play. Okay, so again go back, and I'll just name this as a class. So I'll write class equals I can write form in form out. Okay, I can write form out, this will work. Okay, you can write any class name, it's not necessary. So I have written form out, and then we can create a container, another container. I'll write it as class that form cont. Okay, and inside this we will write player X input container. So you can write just write a p tag player x, and then you can write an input container. So just a minute, guys. Okay, yeah. So after this, we have to create an input container. So yeah, we can create an input container. All right. So I can just give it a placeholder of enter player x name. Okay, this will work. Again, we are going to copy the same. Okay, and I will paste it here. Just remove this also. Okay, I will paste it here again. All right, so I have created another container, so I'll write player y name. Okay, enter player y name. So you can see that we got some text here, and yeah, just style this first. So I'll write form out, and form out can be dot form out, and now I want a background color of white, so I have given a white background color, and then I can write padding can be 20 pixels, so you can get some padding. Okay, and you can also provide some border radius, so 10 pixel border radius would be okay. Yeah, so we'll style this later on, but right now you can see that it's pretty fine. And do one more thing, write display flex justify content center align item center, because I want all of my items in center. And one more thing, flex selection as column. Okay, so yeah, it's nice. So after this, we will target our form container, form dot formcont. Okay, we have targeted our form container, and form container is basically player x, enter player x name, player y, enter player y name. Okay, we have our form container, form cont, and again we have our form cont. Okay, so we are going to target them, and for that you can simply come here, and we have to first let's give them some margin. So margin top, margin I can say that we can give some margin from top and bottom, so 5 pixel from top, 5 pixel from bottom. And yeah, we have given some margin, and we'll just style them later on if it is required. Okay, so now just target the p tag inside the form container. For that we can write form cont p. Okay, and inside this we can, what we can do is we can write font family first. font fam Font family, and font family can be, let's choose the font family first. No, it's not nice. Yep, this one is okay. All right, so after this we can do the same for the input container, but let's first decrease the size. And one more thing, you can see that it's zoomed a lot. Okay, now we have to change the style a little bit more. Okay, no worries. So we can do one thing. The form out does not have any width, so we can assign it some width. I guess 350 will work. 350 will work, or we can write 400. Okay, I'm not talking about responsiveness, I'm just building a basic UI which will work. Okay, so yeah, you can see that we have given some width of 400, and after this we have targeted this one, and we have to target another one, that is our input container inside form cont. So input container can be styled like this, but I don't like this one. Okay, what I can do is, first you can see that player x and player x name input container are in a column. Okay, are in a column. So for that you have to write display flex, and automatically they will become in column, but it's a good practice to write flex selection column so that nobody gets confused. Okay, and one more thing, you can see they are a little bit upward and downward. So for that we can do one thing, justify content center align item center. So yeah, they are in center right now. After this we have to target the input container. So for that we can just give it a background color of gray first. You can see that we have given them a gray background, but it's not looking nice, so let's make a little bit light. So you can see that we have given a light gray background. Also just remove the border, so you can write border none. And one more thing, outline can be none. Okay, so outline is basically nothing. If you just click on this one, we get an outline. So I have just written as none, so it won't be having any outline. Okay, so border none, outline none. After that, we can write padding as 10 pixel. So we got some padding. After this, we can write border radius as 5 pixel, and margin left. Okay, I wanted to assign a margin left of 10 pixel. You can see that it got a margin of 10 pixel in between. So yeah, we got our containers and it's looking pretty much nice. Okay, you can increase the border radius also. So if I just write 10 pic, no, 20. Okay, 20 is nice. And one more thing, let me just increase the padding. So from left and right, it will become 20 pixel. Okay, from top and bottom, it became 10 pixels. So it's nice. All right. So after this, we want a button named as play. Okay, so I can write play here. Okay, anywhere you like. Start game. Okay, play button or start game, anything you like. So I have created a button here and I can write dot button. Okay, to be more precise, for rmcont and button tag. Okay, so yeah, form container, we have a button inside our form container, that's why I've written that. Now we are going to style this button. So for the button, let's see what's the styling first. You can see that I have given some background to it. So what I can do is I can adapt the same background here. Okay, so just copy the background here and background color. Okay, all right, I guess it's okay. Actually, I must have written form out. I'm sorry. I must have written form out. Dot form out. But it's not taking my background now. Let's see. Okay, now it has taken the background. I'm sorry. Okay, so after this, we can write color as white and border as none and outline as none and padding as 10 pixel. Okay, but yeah, it's not looking nice, so let me just remove this. Okay, it's not looking nice. So what I can do is simply write a background color as white, and what we can do is simply I'll just do one more thing. I have given it a background color of white, but what more can be done? We can do one more thing. Border radius can be 20 pixels, and then we could have given the padding of left and right to be 20 pixels. Okay, yeah, and then one more thing, margin top can be 10 pixels. So yeah, it got some space from the top, and we could have given the box shadow also. So for that, we can write box shadow as 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 0 pixel, gray. Okay, and I'll just give it a box shadow. So you can see we got a box shadow, but let's just change this background color to white like this. Okay, yeah, it's white. Okay, now it's white, and I might have some written a wrong property. Oh, I have written background color, that's why it wasn't taking the white color. Yeah, white and look great, looks okay. So yeah, after this we can do one more thing. Let me just first increase the font size, then we can move on to our second page. Font size can be 25 pixel. Yeah, 25 pixel is too large. 20 pixel. Okay, now I guess we can continue. Now we have to style this heading also. So we can target our heading like this. So for that we can simply write h1 and we can give it a font family of something like this. Okay, so you might be thinking it's not looking that much great, but hold on, let's just test it. Okay, so we can change the font family also, or you can bring the family from Google Fonts. Okay, so for bringing the font family from Google Fonts, you can do one thing. Let me just visit Google Fonts. Okay, Google Fonts, and here we can choose a font which we like. Okay, so yeah, there are many fonts. Okay, you can choose one, but let me just see that if we can get any font. Okay, I guess what can we choose here is, let me choose this one. Okay, this one, and here they have regular. Okay, they have regular size, so we can do one thing. Let me just remove this first, and let me just select this. Okay, so we have selected this, and for that we can do one thing. I'll just copy this URL, copy this URL and paste it somewhere around here. Okay, paste it somewhere around here, and just go back to the code and web page. All right, so let's just choose this background color. By how we can choose this background color, you can simply just write, they have shown the way to import this, so I can write Varillo round. Okay, so you can just copy this one and you can paste it here. Now let's check if it's working. Yeah, it's working, and it has taken that background color, sorry, that font size, font family. So you can see that we got that font family. So you can import any font family like this. I explained how can you use Google Fonts. Okay, so it's pretty simple and pretty easy. After that, let's write font size as 50, or we can increase it to 80. Okay, and then we can write color as white. Okay, and then margin bottom as 20. So yeah, it's looking pretty much nice, and let's increase this to 600. And one more thing, we can actually increase this font also. So font size can be 20 or 25. All right, and we can increase the input size. All right, and we can do one more thing, font size as 20. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is okay, this is okay. And one more thing, margin can be 10. Okay, 10, or we can choose 15. So yeah, now we can, I guess we can move on to the next page. You can see that it's okay. Yeah, all right, so after this, what do we need to do? If the user enters his name, his or her name, okay, so names are entered here, player X name and player Y name, then the user starts the game. Okay, obviously two people will be playing this game. So I can do one more thing, I can write cursor as pointer, cursor as pointer. And one more thing, form out button. Okay, and what I can do is I can change the button color to somewhat gray, or I can change it to, okay, I guess my camera is not working well today. Okay, now I guess we can continue. After this, what can we do? Let me just check. Okay, so after this, we can change the background color to black and text color to white. Okay, yeah, if I hover over this, you can see that it's hovering. Okay, now after this, we have to go to our second page. Okay, so for going to the second page, we can just copy the same and just visit the second page and just paste it here. Okay, so now I am going to target the second page. First page is done, so I'll target the second page. Okay, so you can just add the second page in the button. Okay, in the button, if the user clicks on this button, you can just write on click, and you can visit this page. Okay, I guess this will work. Yeah, this is working, and you can see that we got the gameboard.html. So let me just remove this old data, and what we can do is, you can see that we are in the second page. Okay, so for clarity, I can right now I'm just writing game board here, game board. Okay, so you can see that we got the game board, and if I just go back, you can see that this was our first page. If I click on this one, this is our second page. How did we get that? We simply we have simply written window dot location dot href, and we have written the html file name which we want to visit. Okay, so the html file name gameboard.html was in the same folder. You can see that they are in the same folder. That's why I have simply written slash gameboard.html. Okay, so it took me to this page gameboard.html, and at the top you can see that we have that name. Okay, so yeah, we are in the second page. Now our task is to make our game board. So our game board is looking like this. Okay, you can see that it looks like this. At the top we want the scoreboard, and in between we want our board, game board. Okay, and at last we can add few more buttons like quit, new game, start new game, etc. Okay, so you can see that it's pretty much nice, and for that we can do one thing. Let's first write the game. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, and right now I'm just removing everything because they are not required by us right now. Okay, and here we can write one thing first in the h1 tag. What is required? You can see that we have to write the turn here. So I'll just copy this turn and I'll just paste it here. Okay, so yeah, I'll just decrease this to 30. Okay, so yeah, this is our h1, and we can do one more thing. I'll just change the background color to something else. Okay, so I'll just choose this gray background color. So you can choose any another background color, but I am choosing this gray background color with this ID. Okay, you can choose any background color, it's not mandatory. So what I can do is simply write background color as this. Okay, and after that we can give it a padding of 10 pixel and border radius of 10 pixel. Okay, let me just increase this to 20, and one more thing, I can just increase the padding from left and right. Okay, fine. We can decrease the size also. Okay, and one more thing, let's set the width to 200 300. Okay, 300 or 350, and we can write text align as center. Okay, so yeah, we got our heading. Whoever turn is it is, we got the heading. So after this we want our game board. Okay, we want our game board. So how can we get our game board? You can see that we have our game board. So for that, right now I'm just creating a simple UI. Okay, I'm just creating a simple UI, and just observe this. How many blocks are there? How many blocks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 blocks, so we need 9 division. So yeah, we can do one thing. Let me just first create this division. Okay, and then after this we are going to create 9 divisions. So we can name this as game board. Okay, this can be our class name. You can choose any other class name. So after this we are going to create 9 boxes. Okay, 9 boxes for 9 inputs. So for that we can simply write division, and you can choose class equals box. Okay, I can just write box here, it's okay. So I'll just copy this, and we can do one thing. I'll give it an ID of ID equals, and ID can be box 1. Okay, box 1, and same can be done with box 2, box 3. Again we need 4 more, box 6, box 7, box 8, and box 9. A lot of you might be wondering that how am I getting these suggestions. So basically these suggestions are coming from this GitHub Copilot suggestion. So you can use this GitHub Copilot extension. Okay, so you can see that this is our GitHub Copilot extension. You can use this one, and I don't know it's free or not, but I have used college ID, so it became free for me. Okay, so yeah, after this we can see that I have assigned 9 boxes. So I have to create 9 boxes for this game board. So for that what can you do? um, First we can target the box. First we can target the game board. Okay, first we can target the game board. So right now I'm just doing one thing. I'm just giving it a border of 1 pixel solid. I'll just give it a black border. Okay, I'm just giving it a black border, and we'll see how it works. So first we will target our box ID, box class. Okay, so it will target all the 9 boxes. All the 9 boxes will be targeted. As you can see, we are getting nothing because we have nothing inside them. So for that we can first uh, let's assume some random width. So if I just write width equals 100 pixels and height equals 100 pixels. Okay, simple. And after this we can do one thing. I can write width equals 300 pixels. Okay, so each row will contain 300 pixel of width. And we can do one thing. Harshit Singh, hello everyone. Hi Harshit, how are you? Harshit is asking how are you. Yeah, I'm fine. So we can do one more thing. We can assign a background color of random background color. Okay, I'm just using a yellow green so that we can see that how is it working. Okay, so you can see that these are in a column. So for that, let's first write display flex. Okay, display flex, and flex wrap equals wrap. So you can see that now they are in a now they are in a row. Now they are in a row, but the next ones are in the next row. You might not be seeing the difference. So for that we can do one thing. Okay, my camera is, I don't know why, what's happening with my camera today. Okay, let it be, just ignore my camera today. Okay, I don't know, something is wrong with this one. So I'll just guys, for some reasons I have disabled my camera because it's actually facing some issues. So I've just removed this one, and my apologies for that. So yeah, you can see that we have our boxes, but you are not seeing any boxes because all of them have same color. So I can do one more thing, that I have given them a border. Okay, you can see I have given them a border, and let me just increase the size also. So if I just write it as 350, you can see that we have our 3 boxes. Okay, we have our boxes here. So yeah, after this what do we need to do? Okay, yeah, we can see that we have our boxes here. So after this what do we need to do? We can target our boxes individually. So let me just give remove this. Okay, and you can see that we have the width here. So I'll just remove this width. Okay, I'll just remove this width. And okay, let me just handle this. Okay, so after this we are going to target our box number 1. We are going to target our box number 1. You could have created tables also. It's you can use tables actually. Okay, you can use tables actually. Instead of that you can also use tables, and but they won't let me get these curvy borders. Okay, these curved borders. Okay, so for that we can do one more thing. we can actually create these lines. Okay, just try to understand this one. We can actually create these lines. How can we create these lines? So right now I have assigned some random width, now we are going to create our lines. So just watch this one. Okay, you can see that we have a line between these two. That is this one. Okay, again we have a line between the next one. So yeah, we want two lines between these. So what I can do is I can simply write div, and I'll just name my line as VR, that is vertical line. Okay, so I'll just name my line as VR, and again we want the same line as here. Okay, and let me just cut these three boxes and we'll assign them a row. Okay, these three boxes will be in a row, and again the next three boxes will be again in a row. So I'll just assign a horizontal line also in between. Again we are going to write div, and then we are assigning again three boxes. Okay, again three boxes are assigned, and for now I'm just removing this part. It's not important right now. So you can see that we have three boxes in a row, a horizontal line. As you can see here, we have three boxes in a row. Okay, a horizontal line in between, again three boxes in a row, a horizontal line in between. Now in these three boxes we got two vertical lines. Okay, so after this, just look this one. Okay, just watch this one. Here we can see I have applied the same logic. We got three boxes, horizontal line, again three boxes, again we need a horizontal line, again three boxes. Okay, now this will work. You can see that we have box. I'll do one more thing. I can write numbers inside them so you can get how these boxes are. Okay, I'm just writing temporary numbers inside them. 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, so now let's see how are these boxes looking. Okay, fine. So just come to this game board, and I can write flex direction as column, and now we have to assign some class to this one also. So I can write class as game BOARD. Okay, game board row. All right, so after this, game board has been declared here. You can see that game board has been declared here, and game board row has been declared here. So I'll do one more thing. I'll just copy this first, and I'll just assign the same to this one and same to this one. Okay, and then target the game board row, and we want everything in a row. So you can see that we got 1 2 3 in a row, 4 5 6 in a row, 7 8 9 in a row. Fine, looking nice. After this, remove this width. Okay, it's not required. You can see now it's pretty fine. All right, and we can remove this border also. Okay, now we got all of the 9 boxes in an order: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Fine. Now target each box, and we can write box. And right now I'm just assigning a background color of white so that we can not white, we can choose a background color of somewhat greens, because I want to see the width. So width can be 100, height can be 100. Okay, so yeah, we got our boxes. After this, target the VR. Okay, so how is our VR, how will our VR look? So for that we can write VR. Okay, VR, and then we can write the width can be 5 pixel. Okay, width can be 5 pixel, height can be around 100 pixel because the box height is 100 pixel. Then we can write background color as white. Okay, so yeah, you can see that we got three lines. We got three. We actually got six vertical lines. One in this one in this one in this one in this one, again one in this one, and one in this one. We actually have six vertical lines. One in this one in this one. Okay, again this one and this one. All right, you might be seeing that they are in a one line because they are, but actually if I just separate them, suppose if I separate them by margin, okay, margin can be 20 pixel. You can see that we got six lines. Okay, so basically they are in a line, six lines, three in a line. Okay, so yeah, we got our vertical lines, and we can do one more thing. We can write border radius as 10 pixels. Okay, so if I again change this one, you can see that we got a border uh, radius. We can increase this further. We can increase this, and one more thing, the width can also be increased to 6, height can be increased to 150. Okay, now let's just remove this one, and we got our vertical lines. Now we need the same horizontal lines. So for that, just copy this part, paste it here, and replace this with HR. Now our height is 6 pixels, height is 6 pixels, and width is 150. Okay, so now we can see that we got our HR. Okay, we got our HR, but actually what happened here is we didn't write one. We shouldn't have written 150. We should write 150 into 3. 15 3s are 45, that is 450. Okay, and 450 will also not work because here we have line. So 450, and we should have written 462. Okay, 462, because if you understand the logic, you can see that in a row, in this row, we have 150 of width, we have 150 of width, 150 of width, then 6 width of VR, then again 150 pixel width of the second box, again 150 pixel of the third box, and 6 in between. Okay, 6 in between. So total pixels acquired by them are 462. That's why I have written 462. That's it. Okay, but it's not mandatory. You could have written something like 470, 480, but I wanted it to be symmetrical. Okay, so yeah, if I just remove this background color now, if I just remove this, you can see that we got our uh, cross table. Okay, so that's the logic which I use right now. So it's a pretty great logic, and you can see that it's fine. All right, so after this, do one more thing. We want our numbers. You can see that they are numbers are at the top. So I have written display flex justify content center, align items center. Okay, so you can see that our numbers now are in center, and instead of this we can write x o, and here we can write o o x, and okay, and we can write o o and o. Okay, so let's just style them. So for that we can just change the CSS here. Okay, we can just change the CSS here. Font size can be 100, and you can see that we got them. But do one more thing. You got the small o, so we'll just change them to capital O, again capital O, again capital O, and capital O. So yeah, now we got everything, and just assume that these are marked, so they will be looking like this, XO. Okay, so we can do one more thing. I'll just write font family as something like this. Okay, fine, looks good. And then color can be white. Now it's looking nice. Okay, so you can see that we got our table, and it's looking cool, I guess. Okay, it's looking cool. Yeah, but yeah, so after this you don't need to change anything. You can target these boxes individually. Okay, the styling won't be affected. All right, so after this we want the scoreboard at the top and the quit button at the bottom. Okay, so the scoreboard can be assumed to be something at the top. Okay, so what I can do is I'll write div. Okay, and I'll just give it a class can be Scoreboard. Okay, scoreboard. All right, so let's hope that my camera works fine. So after this, we have created our scoreboard, and now we want the score total. Okay, we want the score total. So score total can be uh, I'm just writing a random score here. So you can see that I have created two button like stuff here, and one contains the player 1 score, player 2 score. Okay, so same can be done here, and here we can write div class equals score. Huh? Inside this we can write, what I can do is I can write a p tag. Simply p tag will work. Okay, inside this I can write HARSHAL dash. I'm writing a random score, that is 3. Okay, again we are going to do the same for Viraj. Okay, so now let's see first what's happening. So Arshal 3, and again we are going to do the same for not computer. I'm writing Viraj. Okay, so you can see that we got the scores here, and now let's position them at the top. You can see that they are not in the position we want them to be, in the top left. So for that we can target the scoreboard, and yeah, just target this scoreboard. You can write scoreboard, and we can position this to absolute, and top 20, and left 20. Okay, so you can see that they are in the top. Now after this we can write display flex, so they became a row. Now individually target SCORE. Okay, and we can write background color as white. Okay, and then we can give them a margin of 10 pixel. Okay, fine. After this we can give it a padding of left and right 20 pixel, top and bottom 10 pixel, and then we can write font border radius of 40 pixel, and then we can give it a font family of Varela. Okay, Varela round, and you can increase the font size to somewhat 20, or you can make it normal 16 also. Say 18 will work. Okay, and yeah, it's looking nice. You can see that we got the score at the top. It will be at the top, and one more thing, we want the button quit button at the below. So for that we can do one more thing. We can target this quit button by what I can do is create this division, and I can write BOTTOM Okay, all the bottom buttons will be shown here, like quit button, new game button, resume button, etc, etc. Okay, if you want to add more features you can add it like this. All right, so yeah, we have created two buttons, new game button and reset button. Okay, new game button and reset button. So for that we can also create, we can also yeah, let me just write quit here. Okay, new game is not required. So if the user quits, definitely we'll show the home page, and here we can write new game or something like that. Okay, just write quit here and reset here. We'll build the logic in next video. But yeah, we have created our buttons, so just copy this and copy this, paste it here, and we are going to target the btn class. So I'll write dot btn. Okay, so yeah, our buttons are targeted. Then what we can do is border can be none, border can be none, and cursor can be pointer, width each can be around 150. Okay, yeah, our buttons are created, and you can see that they are looking pretty nice. Okay, so after this what we need to do, yeah, what do we need to do? We can do one more thing. I can assign it some last year. Okay, I'm sorry, I can assign it some properties, yeah, bottom btns. Basically bottom btns contains all these two buttons, quit and reset buttons, so we can assign it some uh position absolute bottom, say 20, so it will always be in the bottom. Okay, it will always be in the bottom. You can see that it's 20 pixel from the bottom, so it's looking nice. Okay, so after this, I think it's pretty much okay, and it does not require any margin and padding. You can see that it's nice. All right, yeah, so you can see that our basic UI is created. Our basic UI is created. So if I just click on the quick button, I want my website to go on this page. Okay, it will actually visit this page, so I'll write on click, and it will take me to what, window dot location dot href equals, and inside this we can write index dot html. Okay, and just close this one. I guess we need to close this one with single inverted commas. Okay, now let's see, is it working or not? If I click on quit, yeah, it's taking me to index page. For more clarity, we can write slash. Okay, now it's fine, and you can see that our basic UI is created. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can see that we got the score at the top, and whose turn it is, it will be written like this, and you will play the game here. And when the winner when we win the game, I can write the winner is x, winner x o. We can show that when the winner wins the game. So it will be created in the next video when we build the UI, but when we build the JavaScript. Okay, but the UI is created. You can see that we got everything here. If you click quit, we are here. If you click start game, we are here. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is it for this video, and I hope you like this UI. Let me just upload the source code on GitHub. And one more thing, uh, we have provided a link in the description. You can see that project building sessions coming up. Register to full stack bootcamp course for free. So this is a full stack bootcamp course link they have provided. So it's a basically free course. Okay, just visit that link and it will take you to this page. Okay, it will take you to this page. Just visit that link. I'll just share that to live chat if you haven't, and visit this link. Click start course. Here they have provided the theory material. You can check the theory part, and in the live section you can see that on 21st January and 22nd January, two sessions are scheduled. We will build a real-time weather app using weather API. Again, part 2 will be scheduled for the next day, that is 22nd January. So just enroll for this one, and please share this as much as you can. It's a free course, free full stack bootcamp course, and the link will be provided here. Definitely a Zoom meeting is going to be conducted, and the recordings will be available here. So if you can't watch the session live, you can just visit the recordings here. The recordings will also be available here. Okay, so I hope you liked this video, and let me just upload the source code first so we can create a repository here. I'll just name the repository as js underscore tactoe. Okay, and create repository. Yeah, here we can see that we have a few set of commands. So just open the terminal. It won't work for every user. You have to first do some installation part of the GitHub. Okay, so yeah, git init, git add dot git commit dash m day 1. Okay, and then we can upload this code. Git commit I'm sorry, git branch m main, git branch dash m main. Okay, and then we have to add this remote repository. Add this remote repository here, then push the source code. Okay, then push the source code by writing this push origin or IGINMAIN. Okay, now it will be pushed, and let me just refresh this, and you can see that it's pretty fast, I guess. So you can see that my source code is available here. You can visit this GitHub repository. You just have to write github.com/virajj014. This is my GitHub profile, and just go to the repositories section. Here we have JS underscore tic tac toe. So if you can't find this one, you can just search it manually, JS underscore tic tac toe. Okay, so yeah, we have this repository and you can use this source code anytime. Shakti Kumar Singh says, good one. Thanks, brother. All right, so it's time to end this video. And if you have any doubts or queries, you can comment below. And further sessions are also going to be conducted. Part 2 of this uh, tic tac toe game will be uploaded on this YouTube channel, Geeks for Geeks Development. It will be live on 13 January. Okay, so just watch that. All right, and if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram at the rate Harshal underscore 3011 is my username. So that's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.